say ahojo runabout anyway Apino Plaza ebraso say nwumre nsamudo edi from mamuni ama ahodo beso no ye bese mu ni nyina don hwere baako a eda yanimu yin ye dem live ewo TV so ni miam ya ahodo amohwe yen eno ye www.lawsonmultimedia.com subampa ewo asuefo anananom ewo pesi pi na ka ho na ne di mu akotene bi ene sem asrafo ya womuka nanu nkwanhia esiye no mekire adu prede no miansare nyina no omampani ama omu post no yatum womu post mu ehwo akatwe nyina so no omabusuafo omsabeka
efa baabi mampani de atodwa akire se omafiri mu nyina osi ebofotuo bi efa ngomasua ho ede ma wono ma free primary ekopim university ene so de mu kire mu ebrem
na baako ne okasa ya nasem yapa de friend say tribute no sojani baako na oye squadron leader Peter Befemi Anala one day ira kan sembia ma chese awose guo bia
sanso na owura Dr. Omane Buama ne yire ewura Greta Omane Buama woso ka sembi pa ma kankrofo akoma pa no so yebechi ma kire mu
yebefiri ho na afi yatesi baby fro honorable Joseph Frimpong MP nkokọ na anamo bia watuo de bu apomden no enwanwa se
any proprietor Emma Vision Academy International School enu apachi number 2 panyi dia tudwa akirem se wosra ban pa nkoramko private school no 1BC akatua no so ya ka bantua mu mabe wo mu do enu se mu nkiremu ebrem
yebekọ kwabenya eho enna nananom akoto asra aban sa aban twere no behwe wo masetemu enye ayanyonyonyo si one time bisi basa
asantimanda panikasi a wono ena passport medien wadano Abdul Malik Gariba osin krofo bana passport ro mo pa mobile number na wo modema ene wo makira kwan no eya nwonwan wo muhunu ne yie emwa kura so be cheche makira mu
uko Dubai a ena wie ye wo mo chese de esi wo enwanwa emframa bi abo honom no edi mfuturu nkwa ne namo anwanko anti wo na wani kura wanhwe ya na chese ebi bekata wani amma sese ahyen ne adupre akone abadie kura ye den pa
ene Pakistan so we no de ayen frama wo so de ayen suo enipa be wo ha duokro 9 wo so awu ya mu nkire mu bremu
ensam no edoso kakra yi tifen sam yemfa seda emanyuma edede so Lawson Herbal Center the Virgin Doctor ode no miensa enaba Lawson Delay Man Capsules ayamama dro tatahwe bema ujeje mu tentem no bi onkwam so a no bi akwase badu ntimi nyina so ye ma won shapana wo ba no anwe no mono to for sisa numbi afe law care mister eno gono syphilis candidiasis na do pa no mo amuni atenka mo numbi ane o Lawson Herbal Mister eno so se wo malaria no ne jaundice no menstrual problems a wadra no enu mi ensa ba bia tonto adro bia na nya na ukọ Akos Pharmacy ewo ashama ya obenya bia tom afe Kings Walk Herbal and Harros Herbal omire nya wo kashi drugline ba bia tonto adro bia no Paul Star Herbal room kewo mattress asoda no so obenya bia to fre 0248 619999 Exodus Moringa capsules NFA Exodus Moringa no echino ya dandelion capsules e wo honom enti Moringa ena dandelion capsules ena ye o chronic disease bia say pressure diabetes no onuma eboboa wo ma na de Exodus for you breakfast aba de wanyanya bosumi nsia na nkan so benum bie ebedi bie obi atimi di ye de eye Moringa dandelion akakedro kakra ena brown rice ena ye pebito wate babia uko poku trade obenya bia to Fredemans Colinac Misty Posa Herbal room Methodist asoda no pe ke wonche no obenya bia to Fred 0544 447033 so for rakonie akrase doctor no wachina bre unya no adura akwane nchen won site 33 one hwe ya stroke ena ebe ye wo no stroke so nya wawi a ko so for rakonchen awo na wo pe osa na ha wo wafu na ye kese a ebetwe wi tramol cigarette ena onoma ontumi nya ya ko hu no gonorrhea num nyina owo Kumase Breman thank you Jesus feel one wo oben astrotef no wono na de aduro bia ba ye friend Nyarko Herbal Mister akrase aduro ye papa baby to adrobia na nyana ebi o Posa Herbal room ke o mattress asoda na nche wo pe aye abrusa ne so fre 0248 672271
ani abote clinic ya kanfo amamo wase de bra ya mu aduro nom ya ngo pane nemom ye miamia onsa no a miamia onano a miamia osisia miamia okonwa sa sisia di o se mo jabrusu o sa wo na pe o sa kuma ya di o se sabe kompo o se stroke o tipa yo wuntimi na o ni nyina be kwa ma ho ato kama abusafo kuma se enko fanchembra Opoku transport estate wa enkra ye La Paz kwashiman highway Tabora number 6 kwantempono so wa tama ya fenya mataiku yisiji kwantempono so frɛ 024790 4473 Yaksin Eba Center in Edmadri. What the Yaksin Eba Miss Ababusia, more malaria do Kromopa, Madame Soda Banano, Mopana, Uhiamokramунumbi, Asabre to typhoid, air cock, while Hunamina Yawa air cock, a fair Yaksin a chak capsule soho, and a memma modia poti, a fair memma my emre, a mammuniatinka, a man memma Hunamina Yamoya. Mosumunumbi yasi ko capsule sono any koko any mua musisi any mua mukota janabia so mobachima ngi asana bia badabi janadi okota so yasi wedding kurmano na ka wasoro ko baby unum we bia babuwa baby to no bia nya na frɛ 0244723541 and a global ICM say yankan kire mo say mo mpese musua de akwanya ba mo mra mesua de health and safety management computer science and cyber security general administration human resource management information technology logistics supply chain management abusua we wasin so na ewa kop e8 kwa udem MVT udem macho mfie du nwatwe kwa udem school no ewo airport roundabout kwantempo so ha misraw ekobi dwara kop mfie da ekobi anyumra ni weekends achimi mi ne yebekobi frɛ 0244764797
lawyer nene client and yesen konya yenemo ade ahia yi medin do Oduefour na Asabre pinaman na penkrahene chairman mene lawyer pani
mosomfo Akonoba Opoku Nyarko afom nya brensam no yentu eboase yencheche mu fan emfama mo abusua enne nyame anim nie na adaje eni posokra enipa kantinka enwotwe a womoto anan wonse do na nne okohwe yi mpanimfo yi titia ni ntine ba ya nyame anim nie na areho pa na Ghana Mampanis Excellency John Dramani Mahama kwanya ba ya wokasa no na chese akoye de ama bema nenso bema na nnu adura anwu no na odi atodwa akire mu se adehye efiri mi wonum manyina wo se wo mani timi hwe wo mo efiri wo mo KG kwa kopim se wo medu university se said ye Stanbic Bank ho ene wo mo de sika yedi kan ede ato se wei ena yede to ne yede bia beka ho 500,000 net to 5 billion no a che say shem kuran say sikai ba don fo ada rom de kakra kan ho mampani se afibia ye be de sika na apem so akoduro na fe mo so de bo nkwada ne bia no wom de abo sabe nkwada ne nyom toton me ka so sabe ya papa firi mo kura no wo ma no wo manfi yi wo majejeje mu wom de be gina me ka tribute ni adade de no ye wi wete sam obi akọ wose de bi enkoba ne sada yentie Ghana Mampanis Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Today's events conclude the state funeral for the eight officers and personnel who lost their lives in the tragic helicopter crash of 6th August 2025. Though I'm sure that individually and collectively our nation will continue to mourn as we find ways to hold tightly the memories of these men and to honor their legacies. There is no making sense of what happened, despite whatever technical reasons or official explanation. The next decision that the government has made is for the creation of a children's support fund for the children of the victims of the 6th August helicopter crash. The purpose of this fund is clear. It is to ensure that the children left behind will never be deprived of the opportunities, the care and the security that their parents work so hard to provide for them. We Ghanaians live in a culture that upholds collective responsibility, especially where community and family are concerned. And that is what Dr. Omani Boama did when he pledged to pay for surgery for Seto, a physically disabled 9-year-old boy, so that he would no longer be reliant on the wheelchair that he had been using to get around. After fully paying for the surgery, Omani could have continued with his own affairs and not giving another thought to the boy or his situation. The Children's Support Fund for the children of the victims of the 6th August helicopter crash, as it has officially been named, will cover education from primary school through to tertiary or technical training, healthcare, including medical insurance and specialized care where required, and welfare support clothing, shelter, and essential living expenses. I wish to express my thanks to the Stanbic Bank that has opened an account with an initial contribution of 500,000 Ghana cedis. Government will make an immediate seed contribution to this fund and will operationalize and publish a detailed framework of the Children's Support Fund within the next 30 days. My office will ensure that the Children's Support Fund is sustained for the long term with annual public reporting on how it has been used. Furthermore, we'll create channels for contributions from our citizens, from corporate organizations, professional associations, and our international partners.
Officer for Ghana Mampenis Excellency John Dramani Mahama Tineyase and Rodessa Asemi Atuja.
Mampeni John Dramani Mahama Korea sa to aso edituja se fra wo mafiri monom o kan asra for miensa no anokwasem wo mede akokoduro ena afiri mu wo mede ahofama wo mede pepa ena afiri mu entone omamu asra for adwuma ko no Ghana Armed Forces for kan bom ya ye bo omaba so ama omo post no yasa atumu enti de na ye fra no squadron leader Peter Bafami Anala no say ni post foforo no aye wing commander Peter Bafemi Anala afei de na oye flying officer Manim Chum Ampedu no say ono so ya no flight lieutenant say de na jeje post tie no flight lieutenant Manim Chum Ampedu ana sergeant NS Adomensa no ono so onye sergeant biem ye ono so ye flight sergeant Mensa Ado NS yentie said the omampeni John Dramani Mahama ekafa no.
Grief can sometimes leave us feeling helpless and disempowered, but we're far from that. So it is with all this in mind that I would like today to announce the government's decisions to honor the service of these individuals and secure the futures of those they left behind. I humbly request the spirit of compassion that is the hallmark of our nation for these bereaved families. Promotions in our armed forces are never given lightly, and posthumous promotions are the highest mark of respect for duty performed even unto death. Accordingly, I have approved the following. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala is promoted to the rank of Wing Commander. Flying Officer Manan Chum Ampedu is promoted to the rank of Flight Lieutenant. Sergeant NS Adomensa is promoted to the rank of Flight Sergeant. These are not just symbolic gestures. They represent the rightful place these officers have earned in our Republic's roll of honor, and the benefits due to their families will be reflected in these new ranks. The Chief of the Defense Staff will oversee the ceremonial presentation of the posthumous promotion insignias to their families. Our other colleagues who were civilians will be posthumously recognized at the next National Honors Ceremony.
Omampeni John Dramani Mahama amanso a wasa to aso biem se ewom se hwehwemu no yebenya muaya esafata kire de nam so mu ye de nanso onyi ni da se hwehwemu bia beye bia ni muaya bia se beka bia no ebetima pepa yawa Ghana fo nyina akomu no.
Today's events conclude the state funeral for the 8 officers and personnel who lost their lives in the tragic helicopter crash of 6th August 2025. Though I'm sure that individually and collectively, our nation will continue to mourn as we find ways to hold tightly the memories of these men and to honor their legacies. There is no making sense of what happened, despite whatever technical reasons or official explanations an investigation will yield. A loss of this magnitude and in this manner will never make sense to the grieving heart. What we can do, each of us in our own way, as we try to come to terms with this tragic loss is to move in the direction of peace within our communities and families, having been reminded of how fragile life can be. Also, we can embrace the vision we shared with our fallen brothers for a stronger and more prosperous homeland. What we can do together as a nation is make sure that the lives of those who remain, specifically the children of our 8 brothers, do not become the collateral damage of this tragedy.
Abusafo ene ewufu soma yeyema enipa baasia womafiri mu no enwotwe nyina womso ne edika sie mienu dada ehonsem kakra eno mampeni John Dramani Mahama wode atodwe
ani efa baby Professor J na Opoku Nyarko Vice President wono so kasa yo nyamianim nie na awerɛho ahyɛ mami ma he na wese ni wosi kasa na tum se wo yo bata pa no nsuru mate yintie kakra nso ka kire.
Your determination to succeed was high, your focus unwavering, your resolve unambiguous. Speaking with you, however briefly, revealed your firm decision to use your opportunities for the intended purpose, which is serving our country. I should be making those calls to find out how things are going and getting the usual responses from some of you. And some of the responses would be, we are trying. Our implementation plan is on course. We are making progress. Our strategies need amendment. It's not easy. We are doing our best. And Omani, you know that you and I have an outstanding meeting of the Ghana Armed Forces Council. You and I pledged to take our assignment very, very seriously. We agreed, among other things, to avoid tall and cluttered agenda by clearing items expeditiously. You had a positive reaction to the prospect of working more closely with me. I was even more excited by the prospect of learning from you. Yes, this is one more time to remind ourselves that man proposes, God disposes. My colleagues, I wish all of you peaceful rest. I thank each one of you for your examples of selflessness, commitment to duty, and your abiding belief in the ability of our country to be better for all of us. I pray that we can all gather the strength to say and believe with the hymnist that through the love of God our Savior, all is well. You are always with
Abusafo Ghana mampani abedi akire Professor J Nana Opoku Nyarko eno no so yete ne nkran
yedaswa wo awufu somunumo na dance a yedifa awufu ho poteka me ka say tribute no de na otwe adupre na ne friend squadron leader Peter Bafemi Anala no ya say de ya bona baso amani post no ya tumu a ye friend wing commander Peter Bafemi Anala no na yere ebeka ne honsem esla wematu asagadehewe na wo kire se bibia hye ne wo wiase a ebie ne waduru ne kunu die aye ne ya papa na so sai no ka no wo se Peter ojama kwantimfi Peter ojama rehum.
I expected you to stay for at least a month to help settle into our new reality. But for the love you had for our country, you had only just a week to spend with us. Before you left, Winley held you back for an extra week because she wasn't feeling well. Now I know why she was holding you back from returning to Ghana. But for your dedication to your work, you had to make the most difficult sacrifice to go and serve your country, leaving behind a sick new baby and a mother who was still healing. Peter, 2 weeks only. Oh, what 2 weeks those were. 2 weeks of endless kisses on baby Winley's face. I have never seen a brother smile than the little time you spent with her. I did not want you to leave, but you promised me you would come rain or shine. You would return in October for Winley's christening. God, what am I going to tell her in a few years when she starts asking for her father? How do I explain the hardships she's about to face being fatherless? It was not the life we've planned for her. We brought her into this world. How do I keep her from learning your traumatic last moments? How do I give her the life we planned for her, all alone? Every morning you will record a video of yourself telling me how your day would be and all the exciting things and places you would go. I am supposed to be consoled with the fact that you died knowing God and that there's rest for you until we meet again. But I cannot come into terms with this. I will forever cherish the moments I spent with you. I certainly cannot wait for that glorious reunion. But for me, my love, Jenny will.
Nisuo adware yen. Naso yebe ne den. Esla we matu asaga de we. Ya oye wing commander Peter Bafemi anala no ka dupre no ne yire na wakase.
Anye owura yire Reta omane boama na se Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omanebo so kani ono so kire se wo ka asa na manfo ayidin wo se ade ba ko pa wo de ba ka ne wura ne se etoros abna Reta eti da chi mini wo pa woni nkodam bo ede ni e ma kwashin pa ma ne nan ka umutai ebusa mema sa se be ma to obu ase o na ni wa mini nkodai we mum de na doctor mum na tabusa oba ne sa se tobo mini wa woni nkwada ntimba de so ja no munyina sere na chese asemu yesi no ama akoni geze pa yente uraye Reta Omanebo ama.
Though I was not a medical student, fate brought us together on that fateful day when I boarded the medical school bus. Our friendship started and was nothing short of love and adventure. Our night walks from my home to buy kenke and fish, and vice versa. I always looked forward to visiting you in school so we could embark on our love walk to buy kenke and fish. Thus, buying and eating kenke together became our hallmark. In fact, I saw a father in you because you were the exact replica of my dad. You also confirmed that when you first met my dad, were such that you proposed we got married on my birthday. And we have always had a double celebration on my birthdays, one of which I was looking forward to this year also. In our years of marriage, you would ask, Abna Reta, what will you do when I am not around? I never answered you until today. I do not have an answer. I will, with God's help, take care of mommy and the 3 kids. Knowing who you are, I believe you'll be looking down on us to guide us through from the heavens. Kofi B, thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving the children. Thank you for loving my family and all who came to know you. God be with you till we meet again. Rest in power, my love. Love always. From your one and only, Abna Reta.
Oh, Abna Reta so dia odema Kofi bi no. Usafo, mete, areho.
Na Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad Mutala Tamale Central MP ya na ono so ye minister environment science technology and innovation ono so na yerema me hadie to Muhammad anso be kasan o se wo po bi a wiase nyina na betime de ho ato no so wo fra na no pa wo obeba awie wo anwumre da so mo beba aye Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad wo se ni kunu no aye obi a no soro nyame na ho brase na fei sede na oka no kre ene sede obetime de ho ato no so no wahwirade pa.
Today, we gather with heavy hearts to honor the life of a man whose presence was a gift to all who knew him. my beloved husband, Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. For almost a decade, I had the privilege of walking through life by his side. Together, we raised our beautiful children, and in every step of that journey, he showed me and everyone around him what it means to be kind, patient, and full of love. Mohammed was more than a husband and father. He was a man of deep faith, God-fearing and humble. He lived his life with integrity, always choosing the right path, even when it was not the easy one. He was trustworthy and dependable, the kind of person you could call at any hour knowing he would answer. I remember once an incident on the road. Of course, he was the first person I called. He picked up right away, and I told him my situation, expecting him to come rushing to my rescue. He listened patiently, sympathized, and then said, my dear, the president has called me. At that moment, I realized I wasn't just sharing my husband with friends, family, or the community. I was sharing him with the president of Ghana as well. That was Mohammed, always in demand, always important to someone, but still finding the time to care for his family. His daughters will comb his hair, or perhaps I should say his head, because he had no hair. He loved to play horse with the children. These were the moments I smiled, because then he was not wearing the hat of the Minister of State, but that of a dad instead. He had a wonderful...
Abusafo tribute moti ye bema na kenkan ye de na kenkan ma Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed na yere Hadietu Mohammed yeguso ka mo se enne enhyiamu a Russia mampani Vladimir Putin ene Donald Trump America mampani ekoye ewo Alaska America no se de omunya akwa kohia America mampani alande babia a omukohia no Alaska honom yehwe ye de ani baako ato honom ye reporter na wono so o man de akobia nti no ye bewie na omanya hia pe kase be kura ye ntwa ye nwie ye betwa so prekope na de akwa akoto America Alaska na mahunu se Donald Trump nie Russia mampani nie ya omo ye meeting ne ye reporter na so gina hobi
ana meeting se Ukraine mampani ka wanko bi
omo fa na nyehwe
kankanti kame se no
wono ye ka ni kuro masem no
wono no nimu
oh lawyer is it that for that
awurade Yesu Kristo ne mabo hey we are see heading no
we are see heading
abusuafo ya da so gina rehusemu a ye kwadwobofo na matam konwa ne wo Pro East no wo Bono East empatamu na won popro na Dr. Ejare Bofo wadi akonwa mfinhia edunum wato anane wonse do ya na ade hye ho no esupa ne awreho mudie no onsi papa ba ye pa no enwuma suamu apomudin mu ensuo amanfo abrabo mu nsam ekuanfa so ne nkrofodi nkita ho kire se eti kromafo no kire se wo se wo mahwera de pa menne adaje ne posokura na kwantire jase hina ho na kwabena tawia kotoku wono anone Lawson yenu ho bon komo no ka kire se masa jai ahemfu na ohini wei bo mpatamafo ewu awe de ahye pa yentie na kwabena tawia kotoku
na mejira obahima nana mawanta ni kodowofo ahemfo ntirakunya nyina anaimu me fa akonya iso ema wiase afro nyina aso ate se yeji kodowofo mahini obi biara nimu na ode nana Dr. Ajare Bofo enne oko akurasi okanchine gu senior mpedifo ekama yeti no ode nani akire dan entese muhunu se yefra kwabre ani tuntum se kodowofo man yeni abre yetu santene yehia ahifie nimu a ne gina wo se yeni abre ahwera de pa bi nemmom se nana kwa impanifo tenasi yo abre watia yo impanifo ennametu aka se o matenasi aye nhwemu on panyina sabe bia bi tu a yo bia bi a yedisi anan nana manie ne kodobofo adani nani atre dan a yanya obi a sesese nana ni wa dachi bi yedi ni besi anan akojo fo man emrantie emaywa ye nyina gye atumi se wa de hia obesi nana anan mo na ye yie
nana kwabena tawia kutukuno no na obahima ono so wo kwadwobofo nana mawento o se ya hwera di o woni amanfo a mo tempatam no ebi so akasa yentie wo no
and they said ye mu se ya hye tuntum ene kokko e kire se yeni abre ye hene nanka so how be da yanso a yetumi dwane kwotoa no ema oje ye no ende odaya wan sorry Dr. Nana Ejaribofo eyohene a obetena so efe dunum nie ye ka empuntuo a ye fa honim die empuntuo se ye bedwendwene kwan ya oman be koso a untumi ense Dr. Nana Ejaribofo enko bibiara
ye freye Nana Ejaribofo ende so wadani nechi ahwe ye Nana betena akojobofo my one day abro o ma yembi monya adwuma sua osi anyimfie kese edemaye ye Nana no bia so ni baby enka no ho bio ende wa man bi mo anya school for elko ye da ye Nana ase enam dwuma odi abedi e okojobofo my ye enfri ne da because of ade a waya maye esombo na ono so ko wonjina ye china kojo man no ensa enko so ye da na ase ni nduma odi abedi e okojobofo my
ye de ne tina konya so no enfie edunum nie papa nyame anim se wa men na hu se de oyedai ositie na mo be na na obehu se de oyedai ositie papa na me ni na ni nyedai ehia na mo me be no obeye madam fo pa na ade ba ko anne waka nkyiregu a migina hanoma mi di adanse ne se papai se obi a wukọ suku nko na se o ma me ewu wo papa wu na se wuni akifo tafo a papa timi me ekoto asase de yedai ehwew
Adesia wonu wo kwadwo bofo eno wo Pro East Bono East impatamu ohin popro from Nana Dr. Ejaribofo ena wo mo kana semiyo nyame fa ne kransie yi
ye be free ho na fe yakọ enkran mantemu homo afahye no wo mo de abawie ya ne sa ama sade wo mo de eson toto tweneka ene dede ye ho nyina no wo de abawie ye na akọ kwabenya ne mpatamu a ene wo Ga East Municipal eho ene wo mo hye fa no nananom enenem nananam atrankomia mpene e kan be wo mu abodwadata ade abawie ye wo ho ni tete ofanche ja nyomo ya otoso mienu eye kwabenya musuku manche ene wode to aban nim se wo mesra aban wo hia niam bebre ya beboa wo masetre mu wo ye die mu de friend living standard no na do wo hia ba akopa no eye nkanea afi akwan ene niam pi
ni nyebane wofuma he won hia pi le ni bi pi odase pe ohyemusuku e wo street light na agba pi ejen road access ni jo Ga East junction no that's the weather junction ni ke ya hospital e no there hin kra ni emergency pi ya no ni wonyeme ke wo bi akefo ike ni bi chon na kan be no wo ba pa wo man yen lo fai ni ameye bua wo na meke wo sane e she parliament ni no ni safemu na twa ke kwabenya ke musukuma aye ye mo ke she ni ke ha kwabenya ke musuku oblayin ko oblayeji be wo fe won kwenu wo man no ake be ko ne hu e totomo ke na gba pi e kwabenya manene si menesi ni wota ne wo ya fi lojugba meje manse meje akluwai niji kwabenya akluwai ni yoshongbe ameba ke mi se ke mi diemo mene
kwabenya musuku manche ni tete ofanche ja nyomoto so mienu enonom nanu achi ana ni ablade amisa mensa oye principal member ama ni abe we abusuya yewo odai nto enso de adesedede to mo ampianim maame fosina eleklem akurugu se osreada dome kwabenya fo hia mo bebre obatan twoni behwe yen
ya kwabenya man ene kwabenya henfo ene kwabenya musuko hine ego ne tofa nyina ekase omo bibia afishapa afenko na mefi afiso se afise se yankopon obo ade also enum me anamo tutu nya entimi enko ye afesu osrese musuko man enfa ne tuma pa enfa ye MP honorable Alikrim Akurugu ye srebe se sabi so bi ne wo kohwe nsu a o fa ne kohwe eja enti ye sre no ontwa ni no me hwekwa be nyankwan no enfa maye enu achi no so no ye hospital odo mama ha ne siye no ekwa na ho no no e asefem ti ye de apefo ekọ ho no a enye afesu o school a wo kwa be nya debt fund they say kwa be school na ma na ba ne sa na matimamfo no ene awo no nyina so ebre enti ye sro mu nyina se omo ndabo ye man penyin omo penyin John Dramani Mahama we see wonsom woni nipa naso we see bie eja no kwa be nya mbante ene mbaba wa na no see omo ka kire mu education is the key to nation development because some more education na hwe na no e be ko akire yes some so school na bia school no ayo bibia ma wa children penifo no we won bo ade be bo awo so o butua ade pam o suam bi
ni ablade amisa mensa oye principal member ema ni abewe abusua wo odoe eye nto na mate ninka no
ene ye mfiri nkran ne samra sentimentem ha proprietor Emma Vision Academy International School Opachi number 2 Amansia West ewa sentimentem asem ne yeken Owura Nathaniel Buamponsim na eno de atodwa achechim so srega na ban pa na dawroma enkwada wonum wo private schools no wo registration basic BC de en be ya ban fa sebe nkwada no nyese bia wo ta wo no so mo ko ankran suko da bi wo bu aban de no bekokora na ayema kuro kuro wa bekona aban de no bi ni ho na ankran de ya na wo ho nti se ko ba se aban tua nkwada fees na komani beje ho pa woni nsem nyina atodwa wa bre nne na career day wonum ekyereke nkwada no daachi nyina bedai unyina bedai ena nsem ebetodwa na esentwere ni asonaba ena ko ye o de yentie nsem a Owura Nathaniel Buamponsim wodi atodwa
Mr. Nathaniel Buamponsim, proprietor for Vision Academy, Pechi number 2. Yem problem a war call pass say a high registration, ABC registration. So sha government na free, but opa private na yitua. Ana yintua keke, ne boye den. E bo ne wosoro. Anka aban ne mfa support bia emre private school dia. Anka at least registration BC dia. Anka sa aban na etumi bem. Nanka obeboa na ommeboa yimpa ade na sa wosoro nti aban entwe nani na onhwe se sa neama no ebeba fom aman because problem ni say yes I nkwala no msha say the graduates na afio mpese o move ko government school because of sikasem no na registration ne bon I think say eno ne problem nti aban entwe nani na onwene sa asem kutu de be ma omina ene say ade a chia ade esa no enipa ekonanim ewiase enso ebie ye be pese obia ebeyire ne ho asua ade especially a school for no na obehwe se obenya bright future because ye that no obia de ehye ne nsem o yire wo ho a na nyame nso abam no aba
we proprietor Emma Vision Academy International School Pechi number 2 Owura Nathaniel Buamponsim na head teacher Emma Vision Academy International School ya Right Reverend Hubert Oseusu ose abata em yeni nkwada no wo mo sha ase a oba be de daache oso medi teacher me yen sentwereni me ye lawyer me di soldier me di nurse no amoni akwada no pa yi ensiente Right Reverend Hubert Oseusu
school say dem bi ka ma akwa ba mo nsem no yenye bi da enti no awfo no mpo ya na omko bi no dia na omkeka se na da ben enti de di nka no ye mbotare di sie ni so se ye beda school adi e won potam ha nyina e okwanso nkoso na afi yama awfo no hu se Vision Academy so ye wo pepa ye wo do ye wo tema de ma awfo ene nkola ni nyina enti botare hia ye mpa ne se ye be ma nwoma fia enso afam potam ha nyina anu ne ye botare kese pa ehia ewo mu sase wo se enipa bi o wa nyame adum wo they are talented and so awfo bi wa omo so semu nya den service ka semu enti ye fatu ya won say ye we nso a ye be bie kwanya e de ato ho ama wofo etimi de omo ma aba ye mpote ma akra ye ni school a ye sem emre pa na so adisua mu de ye best me ye sofu de bia me gra hospital me kasa say awofo no e da ko anya resiemo e wa adisua mu ko wi nguma sua free mu a ya ka nyina no e ye pa and then you for even police ya employee address ya say osua di enti me 12 say me ma ofo anwiri sika but wo mo nwiri enkwada no dato enti enkwada no ni enkoko enkwada no ani ebi bia wa asase so and then pomfufu ani ho enti me 12 say ma wo ma enye wo mo dey say enkwada wa wo no obetiti wo edika nyamesuro mu na wa ma ho masua ehia wo na ba bia nkura no sitie bia akra bia ni ho a wabon akra bia ni ho a onim ade o kire na obehu
aha we right Reverend Hubert Oseusu one head teacher a Vision Academy International School to ne asonaba and a bon come kan nyina
na ebiso de bana oye 1 minute
na ka de aka na so
ye be kan so
so na tie video na chi
irejan ye be kan nyina ye be free ho na fe ya konsem foforo mum na ye ko enkoko MP ya awon nkoko eye honorable Joseph Frempong onom ana wo se ayongo fe da onom ene Direct Care International ena Peace and Love Hospital ye wo Kumase ya no Dr. Bishop we afia de no edo mo ntemti no wo makeka mo bom anya niema bebre ede akọ kwawu honom ankokọ honom akwakoye asopiti ye wo honom wo me de akwakoye o maye na nakwasam wagina so akasa de akere wo mom se niema no o mo hwe ne yie na achama wo mo ene bio de ntia ye de ma wo mo no wo mo fanya saa de ne pepepe
Direct Care International a US NGO any Peace and Love Hospital and no must every year be almost Emma Ghana in Tinkoko so for some years now the aka be free on a board that for a time a banya the aka Nisumi be MP a Fibia Omai. This is the 5th time Yaji since I became an MP from Nkoko. Enti ye drama near the Luno Ama Health Directorate ya nto omo de che enti mensu me sro say mom nkoton Yesu say ye de ma mo kwa enti monsu mo fa makwa se ne omo de ma yen a yen tieska clinics ni hospitals ye de mom nton ma ayare fo no yen fa mwa na omhu enye omo de
we MP ya owo nkoko honorable Joseph Frempong enonom na chedie do gina asopiti na na moje ye physician assistant Catherine Tosa na wode anigya pa na je ya ono so shebo se botainti a MP ade niam ne bre wo no saa pepepe eno mehwe aye no.
On behalf of the Municipal Health Directorate, Madam Celestina, any all the staffs, any facilities, the whole municipality, you see that honorable say, she share what she said, they be a bringing now, or be pay a drew, am I a net media abwa, ye your mind now, your soon. Pray and jeep degree, says I bring about 3 years so you see that na the best friend is a been some brave you so the air can do draw you do dry bet me aboa my yetimi ahwe ya yare phone so the emergency times na ye wo ndro kakra na nye de bia na ye be twen e wo free national na say region master e be ba edro be ba ma ye dia ye edwuma nti akonya we ye good pa say ye nya sa akonya ya ye de boa ye man no aye so
Abusia yademo nkoko de okasa ye mame Catherine Tosa on ye physician assistant ewo nkoko babi a MP ekoya aye no
ya free nkoko ya saba sentimentum ha sentiment apani a passport wada no Ura Abdul Malik Gariba wose amanfo ba no be passport no a ubusa babi ote a no akobo babi kura telephone number no abo babi kura what so anti office o meje ukochina pena bra obre amanfo ntoto om nema yie fa telephone number where wo dia ene ba bia wo te ma wo mo no mba wo mani amre yenti ora Abdul Malik Gareba.
The application forms no say time omu fill no papa say omu check telephone number omu di ba omu di shame form no so omu check pa sure say papa telephone number bibi a nipa fresh telephone number obetima anya so omu ye ne say ni dia omu pick omu call there shouldn't be a problem because if the passport is ready omu free one if they don't get you until you deliver passport, but they have to get. The moment they get you, they should they call you in the first place to tell you the passport is there. They sent you a message, so it's showing that they are ready to deliver. But if they don't get you, you also don't pick. Now they are supposed to bring the passport to your house, but there are some challenges there because of our area development yet. But they are making frantic effort because, as you can see, if people were not getting their passport by the courier service, then here would have been every day we submit over 300 passports. If I present today, in a week's time, the passport should be ready. So since we started, so every day, if you are doing 320 every day, means that 320 every day, the passport should be ready for delivery. Passport should be ready for buy. If you check, there are not a lot of people. But that notwithstanding, even if the courier people are not able to get the applicants after 21 days, they will bring it back to the passport office. Anytime you are free, you come and then take your passport. If you come that day, you are supposed to appear that day, you come here, we are able to deliver. And like I show you the time zones, we have a capacity of 860 applications a day. But the challenges that applicants do here come to complain is they have called, the courier service has called them, bring their passports, and then they waited. It's not coming. So until they pick the phone call and the two of them agree where to deliver, because our address system is not that perfect as we speak. The courier service actually rely on phone calls, and most time when you call and the person do not pay, or sometimes the network is not good, you are unable to get the applicant.
Abusuafoye Owura Abdul Malik Gareba nto say dey delivery woman na de bebrewo ufie no de aba untwa kwa ma passport office emedi line so bia to ba wo telephone number no ene ba bia wote no ma wo mu hoyie papa no ba ya hunu Oduefour na Asabre pausa ehonie mrom ni yahu sisters ehonie ni yahu nemom ya busa na wo de number bi wo se ba sa enye bia kura
wa fa abrosan so anka ho
abrosan so ka ho na ko mistake no
oh you mistake no Yebekona yane Douglas Amankwa akwakodi nkomo nkwanhia bi asi ewo feyase bosontwe mansiri mu ewo asante mantemi ye mu Douglas ene wo ho dogi majwe
ya ajo fanyigase
menu ana te sai
apankra hene cha me joso
Douglas what menka
metun kapa
yo yese nkwanhia bi asi kire mu ende na asi
apanyini de tie ne se awie ya na ja ye nama ni ya juma sem ye ka juma ya ntimi metwem makwaba nti kwansene de tete bi de gum ni se ade ekoso yi ye ntiase mo na bon kompon ko fe ya BMW bi free aputu ja na waso ano ye nim de kan no ye nim de siye ehu ya se ya si hona kako no so ufri aputuoja eba no ye fa bi leba hona akra ho o dia benu enipa ne edan po enipa demo first one o di card bo ebo bi so bi enum na o bo na kan mu ne ye ti ehu ya se ma opani ba ko so ati ne loto kiasum na wa da ko nu opanyin no ni loto kiasum nyina LFA o die eni so e ho na so anso wa bo emaya oja o so etutu eburo ekwan ho na no so de ko bo maya na de ko bura car no dan inside ama dan na bo car no kra no bi na bu no ne tax ni na wo sin na apapai ama uhu car ni engine no injiri nyina no atutu nti ho na ja nyakopon bo na ambulance bi etwa akọ containers Mr. Pono Dan who day or Moko Atunsago government hospital. They say no Yasma Obi they say no walk on ma or head the SC. The Yamia Duma and a panel a Munchi Mubiano. Mobati and Cower Lawson at the Jason.
You better say Douglas na de besi bia so anopa ye be hwe oni madom dum ya Douglas amankwa ama de boy free fe yase no no
enkwanhia bia si ewo English amanfro we de nyame anim nie kaso amalam highway no so nyame ya dom obiangu na moto bia kro no ba bi o se wo fa oyiafa ho e na bus bi so anan so boss hey nyame anim nie ko wi ase no moto no de bono de toncha kra one ne che asa akoda bi kura asa aka ho na se aposifo ba mu ye je so mienu nyina akọ Asabre am nyame yadom ya hwe wo mo obi amu
Transparency International Ghana ade ato enyumaku ahodo anum afi eye adwadefo nkamom kwa ahodo trade unions no ene pressure groups ahodo anum se wo nyina nkamom na wo fight corruption e wo Ghana hanom. Executive Director Emma Transparency International Ghana Mrs. Mary Awilana Ada ene kasai
of commitment to fight corruption, and we can mention some of those even from the previous government, I mean the MPP government that just left. However, the process truncates at a point, and then we begin to see that people are backtracking. However, in this space as well, as always happens, we have seen very clear signs of commitment, but commitments do not reflect in action. But we have seen that the oral agenda which was mentioned in the manifesto is being prosecuted. We see a lot of investigations already going on, and in less than 10 months we have also experienced even some of the investigations concluding and some court actions being taken. Currently, as I speak, we are in the process of developing a national anti-corruption action plan. That's another good area. But then let's remember that all of these can be implemented, and we are making the effort to ensure that we advocate on our part, that every citizen contributes his part to ensuring that these commitments they have made, they answer for.
Executive Director ma Transparency International Ghana Mrs. Awilana Ada enono na omo eko dwumadie na CB so ekasai.
Corruption is on duration. Time consumption or stealing of time is also corruption. See, if you are a worker engaged somewhere, there's going to be an agreement. Come at 8 and close at 4, and we pay you this, and you agree. The following day you will come at 10. Now convert the 2 hours to money and sleep. Is it not corruption? It's corruption. So in the classroom, a teacher is supposed to use this number of hours to teach. Now, if you don't do that and you break it, it's not corruption. But looking at this one alone seems we are only bent on politicians collecting money away. Convert the hours that is used to money, and you see. So the only thing is that in the classroom, I'm a retired director of school. Yes. So if I'm saying something about GES, I know what is there.
Okay. So I'm coming.
Ebusafo dwumadi akọ no emu nkomo na yedie no.
Abusuani yentu hwa ne nkwaasuja. Yenkofo nsem kakra emremo. ECOWAS mobekaye a amakantin ka be se miensa Mali, Mosikro Burkina Faso, ena Niger. Wo mo de wo matwe wo ho. Sese ECOWAS ku no wo mu nombiem. Wo ma ate wo mo ho, wo mu ku a wo madom Alliance of Sahel States. Wo mo sese de wo mo no Russia for na ebo, wo mo na bebo wo mo. Na sabe ECOWAS wo matena mu a wo mu hono hwe. De say paninka se ECOWAS wo be president, Sierra Leone president wo ho, Owura Julius Maada Bio. Na wo kwa pro, no de atodwa je hwe. One say Mami and say Mali, Burkina Faso ni Niger. One me fine. Papa. Ni no kunum no omo. And into no omo be dinkita one mo nyina say ja wo mu kuo no. No be ka ECOWAS ho. Inta no mo tu a wo tu no bota ka se pa ne say saa ma me ensan wo mu abegya wo mu kuonum no mesa bo machi abeka ECOWAS ho
yebekọ Dubai United Arab Emirates na ho enna mframa bia abusafo entrance eche motia mframa abebọ fo man mu na de mfuturo ne namo enti futuro abafa Dubai ba bia ene amaman a atwa Dubai ho hia wo nyina ka bomo ama ye from United Arab Emirates no wo mo ye amaman enso ya Abu Dhabi enso ka ho bi na wo che se o mo airport mienu bi de na na du prentim ntu san se sa mfuturo no abafo ba bia ayekumo ama wo mo te se Al Maktoum Airport ana Ras Al Khaimah Airport ho nyina no mo che se ebeto so a kopem se wo mo local time no ebaba anwumre nonom enti yebedi akire ba bia sa mfuturo mframan ebekwa akobie
ene mfuturo mframan fa nkrofo bo ba bi no wadi ensu yiri ankasa Pakistan memu na wonum de abeto dwa achem se ye sha afia senko ano dipa ekobe se hasa eni nsu yiri fa wo mo na nanu de ya Pakistan ade hye be se wo ha aduokron enan 194 na che se mframa ensuo no yiri wo mo fo mo nyina eda be se aduasa de ene ye hunu no wura ba ku bi afre no Azizula wono no woni esentwere ni Lawson sentwere ni a Pakistan ba ko no se masa hwe ensuo no eyiri sa yakro no aye se chese wuu tie no hono woso ogina so se yewu na be ya na so mirikam wona yakro no na Chief Minister Ali Amin Gadapol no de atudwa che hwe ewiem kura se ma omu helicopter bi kura no kura sa ko crash kura na de na sa de ensuo no kum ni padu enti o man check sa ala no kura na nipa sa duasia bi so awu a wom dwa wom nte ase nanso wiem pade hunfo kwa ka chom ze afa ni nsuo no kura no eba beto
ye de kan asemo dada se enne na America mampani Donald Trump ene Russia mampani Vladimir Putin womo enhyiamu no eba so enhyiamu no nyina efa asomdwa womo nyina epre edema Ukraine ma no na busafo meeting no ena nwumre no nwotwempa mu ye Ghana hatam no nwotwempa mu na eba so ne yatie ene se America mampani Donald Trump wodi kan akodu ba bia enhyiamu no ebeba so no na so Russia mampani Vladimir Putin wonye no honom ebra ye hwehwe nkomo no mo de ato anim se ba bia Russia mampani obedura na dupre no ebeland no Donald Trump kwa kosia ne ho ansa na omakotena se aye meeting no mo hwe anim se don hwede be se nso na ebedie ebra santrofo ane Donald Trump edi nkomo bra wosi no ne o kan se de o hwe ane se asomdwe beba na Ukraine for anya wo mo ho adidi mu na asomdwe aba enya de European Union for na no ana se enyine se abrochire for no Europe for no ka no eno no wotie de ono hwe ne se Ukraine asomdwe beba nanso Ukraine mampani no Volodymyr Zelensky ya wono ye ko bopo e de afa ne ho no meeting no wo manfre no na ye de ye loss for ye pasam de okubusan se Zelensky meeting ya mfro na ugitum sen so Ghana for mamu wore media me ya ne se me da se ekomede me ne madidi ma menye se asomdwe beba e na hia me na so metietie mu a Vladimir Putin nya na adwene se obema ceasefire abaso muntie ebra ni Donald Trump ebon komobra oduru Alaska no
big beautiful checks but that I don't care about that. I care there's nothing set in stone. I want certain things. I want to see a ceasefire. This is not to do with Europe. Europe's not telling me what to do. But they're going to be involved in the process, obviously, as well as Zelensky. But I want to see a ceasefire rapidly. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm not going to be happy if it's not today. Everyone said it can't be today, but I'm just saying I want the killing to stop. I'm in this to stop the killing. You know, we're not putting up any money. We're making money. They're buying our weapons, and we're sending them to NATO, and NATO's sending us big, beautiful checks. But that I don't care about that. I care about it was a big factor when Biden spent $350 billion and got nothing. But what I do care about is they lost last week 7,011 people were lost, almost all soldiers. 36 people in a town which got hit by a missile, but over 7,000 soldiers. It's crazy. There's nothing set in stone.
America mampani Donald Trump eno no Alaska ena o kasa free sesi na ye de ka kire mo se ye twa se Ghana tam no twe ne fa ne bebo na se bra Vladimir Putin so bedru pe de ye bia ye ba be ka kire mo etima fideni TV na hanom sofo Nyarko Herbal Center beboa nwumre Exodus Moringa capsules ene dandelion capsules beboa yen Lawson Herbal Mixer the Lawson the Virgin Doctor omunyina beboa yen
Abotua clinic enso beboa yen Lawson Herbal Center wonso beboa yen Global CM enso ebegina mu bi
ya samufo aye apawu ahen mensa abrampa Cestus Eshon Kakraba Asonaba any Bretuoba Anthony Amisa KK Ensian the woman Linda Oba Nyansafo Nanama Hama Bridget Anna Presla Yebakono birthday Emrantem Asonaba Baboy production line so na ohia ene ye Mrs Regina Opoku Nyarko birthday
hey
Mrs Regina
and then what
did birthday no Jeremiah Opoku Nyarko swat central na
oh wow
ono ane ho fese
wow
enti Mrs Regina Opoku Nyarko unem
me name nyentina okan ya say
on so pe wase papa ase onu se odi ni birthday ntina o share red so share red
red so o ka kire me birthday
yere mu si anti me di Oduefour na Asabre pina man na na penkra hene chia me ne lawyer pani
Mosomfo Akonoba Opoku Nyarko
Christ asem je nkam nyina